Next, we talk about the foreign exchange market. Yesterday, there was a query from a girl. What do you mean by foreign exchange, ma'am? Yeah. Who was that girl? I think Suzanne. Suzanne, was it your query?
Not mine, ma'am.
Okay, it's okay. Yeah. So I don't remember, but someone asked me this thing. So when we talk about what is foreign exchange first? Yeah. So when we talk about foreign exchange is nothing but when we say foreign currency. So foreign currency is your foreign exchange. जब मैं foreign exchange बोल रही हूँ, that means your foreign currency. Now, what is foreign exchange rate? It is the rate at which one nation's currency is exchanged for the other nation's currency. वो रेट जिसपे हम एक नेशन की करेंसी को एक्सचेंज करते हैं दूसरे नेशन की करेंसी के साथ. Yeah, like we say, $1 is equal to 75 rupees. This is your foreign exchange rate of Indian rupee and US dollar. We say say 1 pound is equal to say 85 rupees. This is the exchange rate, foreign exchange rate of rupee, Indian rupee and pound, UK pound. You're getting my point? Yeah. So that is your foreign exchange and your foreign exchange rate. I hope you can make a difference between these two now. Yeah. Now, when we talk about foreign exchange rate, there are two kinds of foreign exchange rate. Yeah. One is fixed foreign exchange rate. Other one is flexible foreign exchange rate. We will talk about fixed foreign exchange rate first. Yeah. So fixed foreign exchange rate is usually fixed by the government. Yeah. They fix that according to the par value of your gold. How do you do that? Let us understand. Yeah. Let us say $1. With $1, we can get 200 grams of gold. Yeah. $1 से हम कितना gold खरीद सकते हैं? 200 grams of gold. Okay. Assuming this, don't take it in literal terms. Yeah. And with 50 rupees, we can buy 200 grams of gold. Yeah, हम 50 rupees से 200 ग्राम of gold ले सकते हैं. Assume कर रहे हैं. It is not a reality. Yeah. So when $1 is equal to 200 gram of gold and 50 rupees is equal to 200 gram of gold. So can we say with the law of transitivity, $1 is equal to 50 rupees? Yes. Can we say that? So who does that? The government fixes that. Yeah. So that is your fixed exchange rate. The other way around, flexible exchange rate. The name itself suggests, yeah, it sounds flexible in nature. It is very flexible in nature. It changes. Yeah, it changes even during a day, a single day, your foreign exchange rate changes. And if it is flexible, yeah, आप देखेंगे एक दिन में बहुत बार ऊपर नीचे होता है, जो कि आप present में हम use करें, that is your flexible exchange rate. So that is decided according to the demand and supply of foreign currency. You don't need to study much into detail कि कैसे हम usually if there are economic students, we even tell them how to how do we get this and how do we have the demand curves and the supply curves and how do we determine the foreign exchange rate, and if the condition changes, what do we do, how is the movement of the demand and the supply curves of foreign. So that is, you don't need to go into much detail. You should know the difference between fixed exchange rate and the flexible exchange rate. What is the difference? Fixed exchange rate is determined by the government. Flexible is determined by the market forces of demand and supply. Yeah, fixed exchange rate is determined in terms of gold. Flexible exchange rate is determined in terms of demand and supply forces. Yeah. Sorry. Okay. So these are two kinds. Now we talk about, you must have come across two words, that is devaluation and depreciation. Have you heard? Sorry. Have you heard these terms? Devaluation and depreciation? Yes? Yes? Have you heard about these terms?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. आपको difference पता है? If any one of you know the difference between devaluation and depreciation? Yeah.
Depreciation is a decrease in the
value of the good. Let's say if I buy a car and 1 year down the line, its value will decrease. So
No,
this is
yeah, you are.
depreciation.
Yeah, that is a depreciation of a commodity. I'm talking depreciation of a currency here. Yeah, when I'm talking depreciation, it is depreciation.
Devaluation.
Hmm.
I don't know about depreciation of currency, but devaluation is like what should I say? Like making it look cheaper than it actually is. The
Okay,
government
okay.
devalues its own currency,
Very good.
whereas
Yeah.
depreciation is done by the market,
Very good,
I
very
think.
good. Yeah, you correctly defined. So depreciation and devaluation are two terms. Devaluation is done by the government. Yeah, it was done in the fixed exchange rate. Yeah, and it is at times done in many countries also. Like we have China for one example. Yeah, many communist countries, or the countries who have strict rules, so they do devaluate their currency, which is not allowed when we are following a flexible exchange rate across the globe. Yeah, and depreciation is done by the market forces. So basically दोनों ही केस में क्या होता है, जो डोमेस्टिक करेंसी होती है, जो होम करेंसी होती है, होम कंट्री की करेंसी, उसकी वैल्यू फॉल हो जाती है, या एंड फॉरेन करेंसी की वैल्यू राइज हो जाती है. Like let me say $1 is equal to 50 rupees. Now, because the government devaluated the currency, so $1 is equal to 60 rupees. अब जो हमें 50 रुपीज में पहले $1 मिल रहा था, अब हमें वही डॉलर 60 रुपीज में मिल रहा है. सो देयर इज अ फॉल इन द वैल्यू ऑफ आवर करेंसी. हमारी करेंसी की वैल्यू कम हो गई. आप बोलोगे मैम 50 से 60 आ गई तो वैल्यू कैसे कम हुई? बिकॉज पहले हमें 50 रुपए में $1 मिलता था, अब हमें 60 रुपए में मिल रहा है. We are paying more. That means the worthiness of our currency has decreased. If it is done by the government forces, it is called as devaluation. Market forces की वजह से आपकी करेंसी डेप्रिसिएट हो सकती है. सेम आप देखेंगे कुछ साल पहले आपने सुना था $1 is equal to 60 rupees, 65 rupees, 50 rupees. But now because of the changing market scenario, $1 is somewhere around 74, 75, 80 rupees. Yeah, that is depreciation. Are you getting my point? Yeah. Yeah. So devaluation is a fall in the value of domestic currency by the government. Depreciation is fall in the value of domestic currency by the market forces. Devaluation takes place due to government order. Depreciation takes place due to market forces. Then devaluation कहाँ पे होता है? Fixed exchange rate में. Depreciation कहाँ पे होता है? Flexible exchange rate में. अब इसी के दो टर्म्स हैं, रिवैल्यूएशन एंड एप्रिसिएशन. सेम चीज है, यहाँ पे फॉल हो रही है वैल्यू, वहां पे इंक्रीज हो जाती है. यहाँ पे $1 50 रुपीज से 75 पे आया, बट रिवैल्यूएशन है तो $1 50 रुपीज से 40 रुपीज पे चला जाएगा. हमारी डोमेस्टिक करेंसी की वैल्यू बढ़ गई, वर्दीनेस बढ़ गई. या एप्रिसिएशन सेम थिंग, the worthiness of a domestic currency increases, but due to market forces and a flexible exchange rate. So when you know the difference between devaluation and depreciation, you can now differentiate between revaluation and appreciation also. Devaluation और depreciation में currency की value down जा रही है, fall हो रही है, decrease हो रही है. Revaluation and appreciation में currency की value rise होगी, increase होगी. Am I clear to all of you? Yes. Yes. Okay. Now we have, next we will be talking about balance of payment. Yeah. Okay. So balance of payment, you all must have studied balance of payment somewhere. आपने अपने बीकॉम में, अपने 12th grade में वहां पे पढ़ा होगा. डबल एंट्री बुक कीपिंग में पढ़ा होगा. हाउ डू यू क्रिएट अ डेबिट एंट्री एंड अ क्रेडिट एंट्री, एंड हाउ डू यू गेट अ डबल बुक एंट्री कीपिंग में हाउ डू यू गेट अ बैलेंस, इक्विलिब्रियम कैसे लाना है, जीरो कैसे करना है, नल कैसे करना है. या so balance of payment have two sides, credit side and the debit side. Yeah, when we talk about the credit side, it talks about the receipts, मतलब जो पैसा आ रहा है हमारे पास. when we talk about the debit side, जो पैसा हम पेमेंट कर रहे हैं, हम दे रहे हैं. credit side, includes payment received from the rest of the world, or your inflows of foreign exchange, or your sources of foreign exchange. Yeah, whereas the debit side talks about payments made to the rest of the world, or your outflows of foreign exchange and your uses or your basic use of your foreign exchange. या सो हम बात करते हैं बैलेंस ऑफ पेमेंट की. तो ये एक स्ट्रक्चर है बैलेंस ऑफ पेमेंट का. या बैलेंस ऑफ पेमेंट हैज टू कंपोनेंट्स. वन इज योर कैपिटल अकाउंट एंड अदर वन इज योर करंट अकाउंट. हम करंट अकाउंट की बात पहले करेंगे. दोनों में ही क्रेडिट इनफ्लो होता है, डेबिट आउटफ्लो होता है एंड नेट क्रेडिट होता है. नेट क्रेडिट इज क्रेडिट माइनस डेबिट. Your balance of payment current account includes visible trade, that means trade of goods. Invisible trade, that means trade of services. Unilateral transfers, unilateral transfer means your transfer payments, yeah, and your income. हम जब बात करते हैं क्रेडिट और डेबिट की, तो हम विजिबल ट्रेड मतलब कि जो हमने एक्सपोर्ट किया, जो भी हम बाहर बेच रहे हैं या बाहर से पैसा हमारे पास आ रहा है, वो इनफ्लो है. जब हमारा पैसा बाहर जा रहा है वो आउटफ्लो है. सो विजिबल ट्रेड, ट्रेड होगा गुड्स का. तो जब हम गुड्स का एक्सपोर्ट करेंगे क्रेडिट में, गुड्स का इंपोर्ट किया डेबिट में, सर्विसेज का एक्सपोर्ट किया क्रेडिट में, सर्विसेज का इंपोर्ट किया डेबिट में. ट्रांसफर पेमेंट, हमने गिफ्ट्स लिए, हमने स्कॉलरशिप ली, ट्रांसफर रिसिप्ट हुआ क्रेडिट में. हमने फॉरेन स्टूडेंट्स को स्कॉलरशिप दी, फॉरेन में हमारे रिलेटिव्स को गिफ्ट्स भेजे, उन्हें ग्रांट्स भेजे, हमने पेमेंट की, ट्रांसफर पेमेंट डेबिट में. इनकम रिसिप्ट, या हम लोग अब्रॉड में काम कर रहे हैं, हमें फॉरेन नेशनल से इनकम मिली, वी आर नॉर्मल रेजिडेंट ऑफ द नेशन, क्रेडिट में. कोई फॉरेनर हमारे यहाँ पे काम कर रहा है, हम उसको इनकम दे रहे हैं डेबिट में. या सो एक्सपोर्ट ऑफ गुड्स से जो पैसा आया माइनस इंपोर्ट ऑफ गुड में जो हमने पैसा दिया, उसको जब हम माइनस करेंगे दैट विल बी कॉल्ड एज नेट एक्सपोर्ट ऑफ गुड, जो कि आपके लास्ट कॉलम में आता है. जब हम नेट एक्सपोर्ट ऑफ गुड करते हैं उसको हम बैलेंस ऑफ ट्रेड भी बोल सकते हैं. जब हमने एक्सपोर्ट ऑफ सर्विसेज से जो पैसा लिया एंड इंपोर्ट ऑफ सर्विसेज में जो पैसा दिया, दैट इज योर नेट एक्सपोर्ट ऑफ सर्विसेज और योर बैलेंस ऑफ सर्विसेज. Then transfer receipt minus transfer payment is called as net transfer receipt. And income receipt minus interest payment is called as net income receipt. Yeah, so current account we have 4 components: visible trade, invisible trade, unilateral transfers and income. जितना भी रिसिप्ट होगा वो सब क्रेडिट में आएगा, जितना भी हम पेमेंट करेंगे वो सब डेबिट में आएगा. दोनों का डिफरेंस जो होगा वो नेट क्रेडिट में आएगा. Am I clear till here? Am I clear till here? Now, if we total, हम ऐड करते हैं क्रेडिट साइड पे कॉलम 1 2 3 4, so we get current receipt. And if we add debit side पे column 1 2 3 4, we get current payments. And जब हम current receipt और current payments को net current pay जब हम उसका difference निकालते हैं, that is called as balance on current account or your current account balance. Am I clear to all of you? Am I clear to all of you? Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Next component of balance of payment is your capital account. अब जितना भी हम इन्वेस्टमेंट कर रहे हैं कैपिटल अकाउंट, जितनी भी हमने बोरोइंग या लेंडिंग की कैपिटल अकाउंट, जितना भी फॉरेन एक्सचेंज में चेंज आया फॉरेन एक्सचेंज रिजर्व में कैपिटल अकाउंट. या सो लेट अस सी कि कैसे हम क्रेडिट और डेबिट की बात करते हैं. नाउ इफ वी आर मेकिंग any if foreigners are making any investment in our nation, FDI हमारे पास हो रहा है, इंडिया में हो रहा है, तो क्रेडिट में आएगा. हम अगर एफडीआई कर रहे हैं, वी आर मेकिंग इन्वेस्टमेंट इन अब्रॉड, डेबिट में आएगा। या दोनों का डिफरेंस, नेट इन्वेस्टमेंट फ्रॉम अब्रॉड। या अगर हमने फॉरेन से बोरो किया पैसा, तो फॉरेन से पैसा हमारे कंट्री में आया, भले हमने बोरोइंग की, क्रेडिट। हमने अगर किसी फॉरेन नेशन को लेंड किया पैसा, lending to abroad, debit. Net borrowing from abroad is the difference between borrowing and lending. Now, foreign exchange reserve. अगर foreign exchange reserve में decrease होता है, तो वो credit side में आएगा। अब आप बोलेंगे मैम decrease हो रहा है और credit side में कैसे आएगा? Yeah. So foreign exchange reserve is maintained by the RBI, yeah, or the Central Bank of India. अब वो उसके पास में रिजर्व है। गवर्नमेंट को अगर पैसा चाहिए तो गवर्नमेंट ने रिक्वेस्ट की कि आप इस रिजर्व में से थोड़ा सा फॉरेन एक्सचेंज निकाल के हमको दे दीजिए। तो पैसा कहां से निकला? आरबीआई के फॉरेक्स में से। पैसा कहां से आया? गवर्नमेंट के पास आया। पैसा कहां पे आया? गवर्नमेंट के पास। तो अल्टीमेटली गवर्नमेंट के लिए तो क्रेडिट ही हुआ, चाहे कहीं से भी पैसा आ रहा है। बट वो फॉरेन एक्सचेंज रिजर्व जो था वो कम हो गया, वो डिक्रीज हो गया। सो डिक्रीज इन फॉरेन एक्सचेंज रिजर्व इज योर credit for the government's balance of payment. Whereas if this reserve is increasing, गवर्नमेंट ने बोला कि हम थोड़ा फॉरेन एक्सचेंज यहाँ पे डालना चाहते हैं, इंड्यूस करना चाहते हैं, गवर्नमेंट ने अपना फॉरेक्स उठाया, यहाँ पे डाला, ये रिजर्व बढ़ गया, इंक्रीज इन फॉरेक्स, बट दिस अमाउंट has decreased with the government, so it will be a part of your debit entry. Yeah, so net decrease in foreign exchange. तो जब हम सारे क्रेडिट को इंक्लूड करते हैं, इट इज कॉल्ड एज कैपिटल रिसिप्ट, बिकॉज कैपिटल अकाउंट की बात हो रही है। 5, 6, 7 कॉलम को ऐड करेंगे तो डेबिट साइड पे 5, 6 कॉलम को ऐड करेंगे, 5, 6, 7 को, तो कैपिटल एक्सपेंडिचर या और योर कैपिटल पेमेंट्स। ओके, एंड देन हम बात करेंगे करंट अकाउंट बैलेंस। या जब हम टोटल 1 to 7, 1 से लेकर 7 कॉलम तक सबकी बात करते हैं, तो हम कहते हैं टोटल इनफ्लो माइनस टोटल आउटफ्लो इज योर नेट फ्लो, इज योर नेट बैलेंस ऑफ पेमेंट। Am I clear to all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let us talk about the difference between current account and your capital account. So current account only records your exports and imports of goods, services, unilateral transfers. Yeah, whereas capital account talks about forex, it talks about all such transactions which are related to the resident of a nation and the resident of foreign nation, yeah, which changes the asset or the liability status of the government, like forex, like borrowing, like investments, and so on. Current account, it includes visible trade. Visible trade means trades of goods. Invisible trade, trades of services, and your unilateral transfers. Capital account includes investments to and fro abroad, yeah, borrowing and lending, and your change in forex. Current account includes interest on past lending and borrowing. Yeah, current account वो interest include करता है, but जो actual borrowing and lending है वो capital account include करता है. When we talk about current account, it is a flow concept over a period of time. Capital account, it is a stock concept at a point of time. Yeah, यहाँ पे मैंने आपको investment की बात की थी. When I talk about investment, there are two kinds of investment. First is your FDI, foreign direct investment. Second is your FII, foreign institutional investment, which is often called as your portfolio investment. Let us talk about the difference between the two. When I talk about FDI, yeah, it talked about act of purchasing any asset and having a control on that asset. आपने कोई चीज फॉरेन नेशन में जाके परचेज की एंड आपका पूरा कंट्रोल है उसके ऊपर, FDI. Let us say you are purchasing a firm of USA. आपने पूरी फर्म परचेज कर लिया, आपका पूरा कंट्रोल है उसके ऊपर. You own that firm. Yeah, you have purchased that firm. But FII or portfolio investment, it is the act of purchasing an asset but not having the ownership Right. Like you are purchasing the share of a firm in USA. आपने शेयर लिए हैं, तो क्या आप उस फर्म के ओनर बन गए? नहीं बन गए. क्या आपका उस फर्म पे कंट्रोल है? नहीं है. Yeah. So in FDI, you purchase and you have the full control. In FII, you purchase, but still you don't have the control or the ownership rights. Am I clear to all of you?
The FDI until the budget this year was 49%.
Okay.
But after the budget, it has been proposed to raise up to the 74% mark.
Yeah.
So, with the 49% mark, one cannot have a majority share. So, how is it becoming an FDI instead of an FII?
See, FDI in total over the in total for the particular nation it is 49%. Yeah, and then it is increasing its share. But individually, अगर आप देखोगे तो FDI they are allowing in many sectors. It is more than 75% FDI. ठीक है, कहीं कहीं पे 100% है, कहीं कहीं पे it is almost 80%. So overall in total it is talking about 49%. Yeah. Overall हम अपने nation के लिए, but sector wise if we go, then it is a different percentage. Yeah, so that is how it is.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yeah, Rashika.
I'm sorry to cut you. I believe the this 49 to 74% change is only for insurance companies. It's not like an overall increase. It's
No, but
only for the
Tanmay was
insurance sector, I
asking
believe.
what Tanmay was saying. I think what I got is he's talking about overall increase. No, isn't it? What I got through his question, I could make
I'm
out
talking about the ownership.
overall. No.
No. I'm talking about the ownership. Yeah, overall ownership. When
Yeah.
they're saying that it is 49%, does it mean that they have full ownership? I don't think they have full ownership of that firm because
No,
they're
no,
just
no.
saying that we're investing up to 49%.
Yeah, they are investing up to 49, but yes, we cannot say they have ownership here. They have control. They don't have ownership, but they still have a control. Yeah, under FDI, if it is not 100%, it is not ownership. Yeah, so if it is less than that, then they have a control over it. Yeah, like let me say purchase of a firm by Reliance Group in USA. Yeah, so or purchase of a land. Yeah, so or purchase of a building. So if you are not having 100% FDI there, yeah, you are not having control, you are not having ownership, but you still have the control to it. So FDI, it is talking if it is 100%, it is the ownership right. If it is less than that, it is the control. Yeah, but in FII, you usually don't have the control even. Yeah, got it, Tanmay?
Yeah.
Okay. Next, we talk about the autonomous items and the accommodating items. Yeah. So autonomous item and accommodating item, basically, when we talk about this concept, it is a very, we can say, yes, when we talk about balance of payment, we should talk about it, but it is a very least discussed topic. I don't know if people are giving so much, why people are not giving so much importance to this topic. Yeah. So basically, autonomous item these are such transactions which are done for some profit motive. Yeah, whereas accommodating items, these are those transactions which are undertaken in order to cover the deficit or the surplus in balance of payment. Autonomous items, they take place on both current account and capital account, but accommodating items only take place in case of capital account. Yeah, autonomous item, they are independent of the balance of payments status. If it is disequilibrium, if it is equilibrium, if it is deficit or surplus, it is independent of that concern. Yeah, these are not influenced by that. But the transactions in accommodating item, they talk about maintaining the equilibrium in the balance of payment identity. Autonomous items are called as above the line items. Yeah, and these are called as below the line items. Some examples of autonomous item are exports, imports, then receipt and payment of long-term loan. Yeah, and here we have use of foreign exchange, borrowing, investment. Yeah, or any kind of any kind of foreign monetary authority like IMF, if they're investing or they're doing any kind of borrowing, that is accounted in accommodating item. When autonomous receipts are more than autonomous payment, there is a surplus in balance of payment. And when autonomous receipts are less than autonomous payment, there is a deficit in balance of payment. Yeah, so let us talk about the disequilibrium. दोनों ही केस में disequilibrium आएगा. Yeah, so disequilibrium, first case when inflow is more than outflow. मतलब inflow ज्यादा है, outflow कम है. Positive disequilibrium. It is called as disequilibrium with surplus balance. Inflow is less than outflow. Negative disequilibrium, called as deficit balance. Yeah. Then there are two kinds of balances. First is your balance of trade and balance of payment. Balance of trade, it only includes your exports, your imports of goods. Yeah, that means it is only talking about visible items. It is not talking about invisible item, that is services, and it is not talking about your unilateral payments. जैसा कि आप देखेंगे यहाँ पे मैंने आप देखेंगे फर्स्ट रो में नेट क्रेडिट में बैलेंस ऑफ ट्रेड इज मेंशन्ड अगेंस्ट एक्सपोर्ट एंड इंपोर्ट ऑफ गुड्स. सो वो बाकी तीन चीजों को कवर नहीं कर रहा है, सेकंड, थर्ड एंड फोर्थ कॉलम को कवर नहीं कर रहा है. Yeah, whereas balance of payment is talking about all the columns. Yeah, it is talking about all the transactions related to both goods, services, that is visible, invisible, current account, and your capital account. Balance of trade only talks about current account. It does not talk about your capital account. And of course, current maybe it talks about only a portion of current account, that is your visible trade. It talks about all the portions, that is 1 to 7, from your current account to your capital account. Balance of trade is a narrow concept. Yeah, it is a wider concept. Balance of trade can be favorable, unfavorable, yeah, or it can be in equilibrium or in disequilibrium. But balance of payment will always be in equilibrium. आप देखेंगे लास्ट में हम हमेशा डेबिट और क्रेडिट एंट्री बराबर करते हैं. That is, it is always in the state of equilibrium. If there is a surplus, we rectify it. If there is a deficit, we again rectify it. But in the end, we talk about reaching to the equilibrium in the case of balance of payment. Am I clear to all of you? Am I clear to all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so this was all about your second, all about your
Ma'am, I have a question.
Yeah, 1 minute. All about your macroeconomics. Okay, who's this?
Naman.
Yeah, Naman.
Yeah, ma'am, in the balance of payments, since you said that it is always made in balance, so how is it made in balance? So if there is a mismatch between the credit and debit side, how is the balance made by the government?
Yeah, see, balance of payments are always जैसा कि मैंने आपको बताया, हम डबल एंट्री बुक कीपिंग आपने किया है. Have you done double entry bookkeeping? Yeah, most of you must have done. Commerce students होंगे. Yes. Yes. Naman.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
Yeah, Naman. तो अभी आप मुझे बताओ, how do you create a balance there? Yes.
So, ma'am, we try to match each, whenever we create an asset, so we either have to fund it through a borrowing or we put our equity in it.
Yeah,
so that is how they are matched.
So you have answered your question yourself. Got the answer, Naman?
Okay, understood. Ma'am.
Yeah,
Understood.
yeah. Okay. So that is all for this particular macro session. Anyone having any doubt regarding this? Yeah. No? Okay. So let us close this here. Okay. And have a good day, all of you. Have a good night. Sorry. Yeah.
Again, I would like to request you for the articles.
Who is this?
Ma'am, this is Ayush.
Ayush, you can, I think Shubham has added me to the group. Yeah. So
Yes.
my number is there. You can just ping me up there. I will share the articles with you. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, beta. All the best to all of you. Yeah, if you have any doubt, you can just feel free to ping me up. Okay. You can just end the meeting now. Okay. Please end the meeting.